Good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talkin Live forecast update here on your August the 12th, 2025. Well, it's definitely a little damp outside as expected for today. We're going to continue that rain chance for tonight and probably into tomorrow. Then we're going to start to see things begin to dry out and we're going to see things heat up as we head into this upcoming weekend. And of course, we've got a tropical system to talk about as well. So we've got plenty to get into, but before we get rolling, make sure you give our page a big thumbs up, give it a big follow here on Facebook, and make sure you give the YouTube channel a subscribe for the latest here on the Talkin Live broadcast channel. All right, let's go ahead and take a live look at what's going on out there right now as we're dealing with the cloudy conditions. There's some rain falling in the Chattanooga area, so again, be careful on area wet roads. Give your buddy in front of you a little extra space if you're out and about and running around with this wet weather around. Looking at cloudy skies across North Georgia as well. Get a little bit of light rain here starting to fall there at Lake Chattooga as well across North Georgia as we're going to continue to see that steady stream of moisture coming in out from the south. Now looking at the radar out there, you can see where some of that rain is falling here across Chattanooga as well as up toward the north and down here toward the south and across the northeastern portions of Alabama and northwest Georgia as that rain continues to stream in from the south. It shows up very nicely here on the satellite picture. Here we got this tropical wave down here in the Gulf, and some of this moisture just continuing to stream up out from the south through Alabama and through Georgia, and that's going to continue here for tonight and into tomorrow. Looking at your regional perspective out there right now, as you can see, the temperatures are being rain cooled, 77 degrees right there in Chattanooga. A lot of these temperatures really not going to budge all that much today because of the cloud and rainfall. Generally 70s and lower 80s depending on when your rounds of rain moves on through. So not going to see a whole lot in the way of sunshine as a result. Now we're going to continue to watch what's going on out in the tropics. Now believe it or not, although we're not expecting Aaron to become a player as far as making landfall on the East Coast, we still think it's going to stay offshore. It is going to have an indirect impact on our weather. Well, you might be asking, how's that? Well, what it's going to do as it goes by the East Coast, we're going to see a heat up. You get sinking air around a hurricane. So going into next week, we could see the really big surge in temperatures going into, more into the 90s. And then once it goes by toward the end of the month and it changes the overall jet stream pattern, we'll see a cool down toward the end of the month. So that's how this hurricane, or expected to be a hurricane as we go into Thursday, will have an impact on our weather here in Chattanooga for northwest Georgia and east Alabama. So something we're going to watch. Now, right now, this storm doesn't look all that impressive. It's just barely kind of holding its own right there. There's some dry air in the area, not to mention some dust. But as it gets further off toward the west, it'll get into a little bit better environment, and we should see things begin to strengthen with this hurricane. Again, expected to be a major hurricane with winds 115 miles per hour by the time we head into this upcoming weekend, heading into Sunday. All right, let's go and bring it back closer to home. Again, we're looking at our high-resolution model, continuing that rain threat here. It's going to continue wet here for tonight. You see that there going into tonight. We're going to have some more rounds of rain here for tomorrow as well. Let's get some more in there. But then once we go by tomorrow, I think the rain chances are going to become a little more diminished, and those temperatures are going to respond in kind, and we're going to see things begin to heat up as we go into this upcoming weekend. So let's look at your surface maps here as I kind of take you through this. Kind of watch that little timestamp there that highlights the days of the weather maps here as we go in toward tomorrow. So again, going to keep it wet and unsettled here going in for tomorrow as well. And that frontal system, it's not really going to go anywhere. It's not going to make it down this far south. It's just going to kind of wash itself out as it pushes up into the northeast. Just general air mass thunderstorms here as we go into this upcoming weekend. So rain chances are going to be pretty isolated, I think, as we go into Saturday and Sunday. And then we're going to wait for that, see what that hurricane's going to do off the East Coast. And there's still some question marks about how close it's going to get. I will say this, the closer to the coast it gets, the hotter the temperatures are probably going to be. The further offshore it is, the lower the temperature is going to be. It depends on the periphery of where that sinking air around a tropical system is going to set up. And we'll get to watch that into next week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in particular could be pretty steamy. So stay tuned for those changes. All right, let's look at your forecast here for tomorrow. Looking at 86, 72. Looks very similar to what we had here today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms and about there across the area. Looking at your overnight lows, again, some scattered showers will continue throughout the night, just not only in the evening hours, but probably into the morning as well, as temperatures in the low 70s, a few upper 60s over into the Carolina and North Georgia mountains. Daytime highs tomorrow, generally holding about the same here, into the low to mid 80s in the mountains and middle to upper 80s for everybody else here. Again, with those scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms with the daytime heating helping to fire up that tropical moisture that's continuing to flow in across the area. Regionally looking like this, not a lot of changes on this map either. 93 up in Nashville and Memphis, 92 in Jackson, 87 in Columbus, 92 in Savannah. We'll see the higher rain chances where you see that full thunderstorm icon, a little more scattered where you see that that partly sunny condition there. All right, now let's go look at your next 7 days. Here we go, as we're going to continue to see the chance of rain diminish going Wednesday and Thursday. Notice by the time weekend, we're only going about 20%, going into the low 90s. I'm creeping up to 94 by Tuesday, and it could potentially, depending on when that storm is, going Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week, even hotter. And I'm talking like middle to upper 90s potentially. Again, it all depends on the track of that hurricane and how close it gets to the East Coast on what kind of impact it's going to have, indirect impact on our temperatures going into next week. So it's going to be kind of a topsy-turvy rest of August. I see heat up, I see above normal temperatures, and then once that hurricane goes by, the last week in August, I see potential for below normal temperatures coming back at us. So just a kind of crazy forecast. And that's why you want to make sure that you are a follower on this page here on the Talkin Live broadcast channel. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you give us a subscriber on YouTube, and that way you stay up on the latest changes without all that social media hype. God knows there's plenty of that out there, and we'll keep you prepared and not scared. That's kind of our motto here on this channel. All right, that's y'all's update for today. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.